Hello everybody, and thanks for coming to the webinar about Go Foods Global. We're going to start in just a minute or two, but the room holds exactly 500 people and we're almost there. Thank you for being punctual. A few people usually come in a little late, so I want to get as many people as possible on the all on the same page. So we will launch in just a moment. Gives me time for a little orders of business, one of which is we will only take about a half an hour of your time, I promise, as I know your time is valuable. I value my time, and I don't appreciate it when people go a little too long on these things, so I will not go more than a half an hour. I will remain around a little longer to answer questions, so you can stay a little longer than you have to, but that'll be at your option. And we also have a way of you asking questions during the webinar. Just type in your name, your question down there below this window, and your email address. And I'll answer as many questions as I can. I don't get time to answer a lot of them, I'll warn you right now, because we have a lot of ground to cover in half an hour, and so I want to get started on that right away. The questions I don't answer, however, we will respond to you if it's me or whoever is giving the webinar. Someone will respond to you within 24 hours, I promise. And we'll get all your questions answered. So this is the Go Foods Global webinar. We're going to take off now, and again, won't take more than a half an hour of your time. And by the way, stay till the end if you can. Be real, pay real attention here, because we are going to cover a lot of fantastic subjects, some of which are very new to you all, and it's going to blow your mind. And at the end, we have a way for you to join us and get $200 worth of food, a 1 month supply for your family. And our food is very unique, as you'll see. And we're giving away a 1 month supply. It's about a $200 value, and there's a bunch of other freebies in there for anyone who joins us today during the webinar. You can't get it any other way or any other day, so you want to pay attention and join us if you can at the end to get a terrific benefit as our way of thanking you for joining the webinar. So this is about Go Foods Global. And as you all know, you wouldn't be here. There are some severe challenges ahead in the world, especially in the U.S. economy. And our mission as a company is to answer this question for you. Are you prepared? This is why I joined the company 2 years ago, and I now have in my garage about a 2-year supply of food that will feed my family no matter what. Now, lots of these challenges that we're talking about, most of which in my mind are caused by this man and men like this. Why does he always look so worried? And is he flipping us the finger? This is Ben Bernanke, the chairman of the Federal Reserve Board. You see him on TV all the time. His voice is always cracking and nervous as hell because he knows something that the rest of us don't. And what it is, and what he knows that the rest of us don't know, is that he's the chairman, because he's the chairman of the Federal Reserve Board. He, more than anyone, would know that there really aren't any more reserves, and that's just a tremendous euphemism made, mainly to disguise the truth and keep us all in the dark. There is no Federal Reserve anymore. They looted our treasury years ago. There's no more gold or silver or real estate assets of any kind at all. Believe me, there's not even a dime in there of anything of value. What this guy is in charge of is tons and tons of paper. You could take the paper and put it end to end, and it would go from here to the moon about 1 million times and back. It's just the most amazing system of paper that has ever existed. All this man does is move the paper. He creates the paper, signs his name to it, says it's worth $1 billion, sends it all over the world. They send us more paper, and based on that, he gets to print a lot more paper, which is our money. That's it, folks. I mean, I'm not exaggerating one bit. That's the total truth. If you strip away all the jargon and the nonsense and the phony economics, that's what it is. And it's only the faith and trust in the United States of America that this system is based on, the full faith and credit. That's really it. And that means all this paper, the U.S. Treasury bonds and bills that this man creates and then sends them all over the world and then gets paid back. That's the funny part. Then he gets paid back in interest for doing all of this stuff. And he's the guy that sets the interest rate, right now, of which he's got almost at zero, because he's so desperate to stimulate the economy. Now that's the situation we're in, folks. Don't believe anyone else who tells you any differently. That was a summation of our economy. It's horrible, and I can prove it right here. If you go to usdebtclock.org, usdebtclock.org, you see this. This is a live running debt clock, all the money that the United States owes all over the world. And this is right now it's about almost $17 trillion. But this, and it's right in here. There's a lot of other really great data on this page. I invite you all to study it carefully. You'll see exactly what this government is doing. But this is the scariest part of the whole thing. This is the rate at which the debt's going up, and it's one. If you clock it, get a stopwatch or bring your timer up on your computer and run this for a minute and write down the beginning at the end of a minute, you'll see this is going up at the rate of $1.3 million. That's $1,300,000 per minute. Per minute, folks. That's every single minute of every day of every day in the year, 24 by 7. It can't stop. It can never stop. We can never pay this back. We are basically bankrupt. And this is only the part of the debt that they're willing to show us. There's actually another couple $100 trillion in unfunded federal pensions and that kind of thing. It's several $100 trillion more. We can never pay those people. Right now, we're having to cut back on all of them, bit by bit, piece by piece. That's why things are so bad, folks. There's so much unfunded liability in this planet right now. It's just ridiculous, and it's all based on the full faith and credit, the paper that man creates every day. Now, again, and this is at a rate where the interest rates are almost zero. So you can imagine how bad it could be when the interest rates go back up to normal, which that man decides. Ben Bernanke decides the rate. So very shortly, he's going to have to raise it to normal rates to pay him back for all the paper that he's created. And that's going to put us way over the edge. We're over the edge now, but it'll be totally ridiculous when people see the debt is going up at $5 billion a minute instead of 1.3 million a minute. It's unsustainable even now at zero interest rates. Now, on top of all this man-made disaster that's coming and creating chaos and ruining the world, really, we have natural disasters too that we have to worry about. The hurricanes, the tornadoes, the lightning, the fires. Fire are raging all over this country right now. Millions and millions of acres going up in smoke. Habitat for animals and us. These trees create oxygen for us to breathe. We're slowly suffocating ourselves by burning everything and just tearing everything down for more cities and more people and so on all over the world. China being the biggest problem that we have. Billions and billions of people driving cars every day. 25,000 new cars sold in Shanghai alone, just one city. 25,000 new cars every day for these people, and and they're not electric cars. They're cars that create as much smoke as these fires. This is one of my pet peeves because the government could put out all the fires, and of course they solve all the problems if they wanted to, but they don't. They just let it rage because they know that, they don't care. That's not their job. Their job is to enrich their own families. That's it. Forget the fancy speeches. I always say, just look at what they do. And they do have wonderful speeches. Sometimes I'm in tears, and I know it's not sincere. And yet they still have me in tears from time to time. But that's that's the way it is, and you have to realize that it's getting worse. This is a picture of some people that are extorting billions out of us every day, billions that we don't have. That's part of their problem. We're going into debt so much because they're giving these people billions and billions of your money and mine strictly because they have nuclear weapons and they're threatening to throw them at us if we don't feed them. That's the world we're in, folks, and they actually go along with that. Extortion. They actually pay them. I mean, it's amazing. Billions and billions of your money and mine going all over the world for the craziest of reasons. You don't even need a nuclear bomb to get money out of us. All you have to do is say, we will go democratic someday. the United States isn't even democratic, but we love those words, and so we send them all the money that they need to feed themselves. I wouldn't care if it was their money, but it's not. It's your money and mine. I don't subscribe to that. On top of all that nonsense, we've got diseases rampant, and so the funny thing is, someday people will look back at these times and they'll say, boy, those were the good times. And even now, during the good times, 1 in every 6 Americans is struggling with hunger. This is unacceptable, folks. And more, when you travel about your city, I'm sure you're seeing more and more scenes of this. It's really sad. It breaks my heart. And especially when you see things like this, because I love animals. And so many people are putting their animals down because they can't afford their housing anymore and their food. This guy is one of my heroes because as you look down there, he's got a bowl of chow, dog chow, and water for his best friend. At least he still has his best friend. But that's a very rare sight when you see this on the streets, isn't it? And it's just, to me, it's the epitome of what they've done to us, and they want to do it to more and more of us. Trust me, folks, they don't care. So you're looking at a company that does care. Our mission is to feed and prosper American families, and now we're also in Canada. Soon we'll be all over the world. And it's the greatest company that you can ever associate yourselves with, believe me, because what we do is we prepare your family for these worst case scenarios that we see coming all the time. Look at the price of food every time you go to the grocery store. It's going up and up and up at an unbelievable rate. You can barely buy your family, afford to buy your family food anymore. It's going to get worse, a lot worse. So food is our greatest dependency. And because the average family spends little over $15,000 a month. And so you can't get away from it. That is, if you feel like you want to always feed your family and you don't want them to starve to death. And this is why I joined this company. I was a little bit fearful about this a couple of years ago, and I thought, how would I do this? How would I prepare my family? Because I saw it coming 2 years ago. The man who founded this saw it coming 30 years ago. Steve Schenk, Google him, S-H-E-N-K. One of my great heroes, because he perfected this food. He's a farmer, and he figured out a way to get people to store food for the duration of any kind of disaster, and started this company. And now we're tens and thousands, maybe hundreds of thousands of families now who are prepared because of this great man. You can Google him. Try doing that with another business opportunity. You can't Google their people; they hide from you because they don't have the best credentials and integrity. Our people do, and that's another reason why I've stayed with them. Yeah, I trust them, and I know how good they are. When you meet them, you'll see. But this is what's going on. And over 50% of the country now needs government help. Over 50 million people now are on food stamps, and 20,000 new people sign up for it every day. And I'm starting to get a lot of questions. I see them. Don't worry. I'm going to cover them. One of the most popular questions I see already is, what kind of food is it? Okay, here it is. Here's a picture of it. It's actually dehydrated. That's all we do. I see a lot of you are asking already, is it this freeze-dried kind of food you see in the survival stores? No, it is not. We don't do that. That's way more expensive than ours. It doesn't last as long, and they add a lot of chemicals. We don't do anything like that. We just take the water out. Our farms are monitored by us, and we have the food shipped directly to our factory in Salt Lake City, Utah, and all they are dehydrators. They take the water out and they put them in wonderful sealed packs, send them to you directly. No middlemen at all, no distributors and things like that. In fact, when you join us, you become the distributor, although you never have to store the product in your garage, except the product that you have for your own family. So you never ship anything. You never handle that and worry about giving samples to other people. Everything comes out of Salt Lake City. It's just a wonderful system that works all the time, almost flawlessly, and that's why I love them so much. They've really devised an incredible system. This is a picture of some of our food there, and when you buy in quantities that I'm going to show you towards the end of this thing, Comes down to about less than $1 per serving. I see a lot of questions like, how much does it cost? Well, it's less than $1 a serving. Now you try to get that kind of price from your local grocery store, and ask them if you can also make a profit when you bring other people to that store. And of course, they'll laugh at you. There's no such thing as $1 a serving. Not for healthy food. There's crap in there that's $1 a serving or less, but that stuff kills you and makes you fat and unhealthy. If it doesn't kill you right away, it kills you slowly. Whereas our food is all vegetarian, and it's pure and it's natural. It comes right off the farms that we monitor, so we know there's no pesticides. We know there's no MSG. We know there's no GMOs, the genetically modified stuff. Our farms don't do anything like that. It's the most natural, perfect product that you can get anywhere unless you grow it yourselves. And if you do that, you're going to starve to death, because you don't know how to farm in quantity, in large bushels, and make use of large pieces of land like a modern farmer can today. That's why it's not practical in your backyard. You can grow a few things, but you certainly can't feed your family that way. We can, and it's like having your own farm in your backyard and your own food store that other people can buy the same great food from you. You can't believe it, you know. This company is just amazing. They thought of everything. Now here's a picture of some of our soups, and the one I just flew in there is one of my favorite meals of all time. Honestly, folks, when I sit down to some of these meals, and I went past one, usually explain to people that the chili on the previous slide is one of my favorite meals, and so is this cheddar broccoli soup, and all of them really, but these are my particular favorites. And when I eat these, honestly, I think that I'm eating something from a 5-star restaurant, honest to gosh. And that's at less than $1 a serving. You can't beat it. This is a picture of some of our baked goods. Our bread is to die for. You won't believe how good they are. Some of our breakfast foods and snacks. This is some of our beverages. All very healthy and good for you. And convenient. You talk about convenient. You just tear open a pack, pour it in a pot of boiling water. 10 or 15 minutes later, and you're eating the healthiest, most delicious, nutritious food and convenient and economical that you'll ever find on the planet. And it's convenient because it's easy to cook, and you can't mess it up. Your teenage children can cook it, and that's another reason why it's convenient. And 10 or 15 minutes, you're eating this gourmet meal. You won't believe it when until you get some in your own hot little hands. I didn't know how good it was when I joined. I just thought, it has to be palatable from the pictures, and that was all I cared about. And it's way more than palatable. It's absolutely delicious. And over time, you come up with your own little recipes and things that you can customize for your own, mix things and customize it for your own family's taste. But the basis of this great nutrition is right there in any one of our packs. Now, here's the biggest feature about it, though, and I've saved the best for last. This food, as great as it is, stores for up to 25 years in your garage, under your bed, in a closet, in a basement, with no refrigeration. Zero. So it just lasts and lasts and lasts, and you can eat it at any time, still having all that nutrition. And when you tear open a pack, you're tearing open a meal for your family, not a meal for 10 years. We have other, like those freeze-dried products that I was asked about earlier. Sometimes you have to tear open a big, huge can, and once you open it, it's going to spoil. So you have to eat that one thing, a very unflavorful rice that you're going to have to eat for the next 2 weeks. Otherwise, it spoils. So, and that's no good. And anyway, this is why this is such genius. Now, I have just popped over there on the right, lower right of your screen, this little button. And if you click that, it'll take you to the website of whoever is promoting, one of our distributors who's doing this webinar with me. And when you join us, by the way, I give you this system amongst a lot of others that I'm going to show you in a minute that gets you hundreds of people to see you and to join you. Bear in mind, all you need is 2 or 3 to break even and then start making profit in this. Okay? And I'm going to show you that in a minute. I'm getting a lot of questions about the business opportunity, how much money you can make, what kind of money am I making, is all kinds of questions like that. I'm going to share that with you in a minute, but I want to show you this button. Takes you to the website. You can sign up now. You can go explore other things, but please don't sign up until I do it with you in a few minutes, because that's how you're going to get the freebie. $200 in free food, amongst other things, if you sign up today, but you have to know the promo code. So don't go past the promo code. I can see a lot of you running over there to the website, but don't sign up until you see me walk you through it, okay? So hopefully you have this in 2 windows, and you can come back and forth from the website to the webinar, okay? But our promise to you is that this is the greatest food that you've ever tried, solving all kinds of problems. It'll save you money, save you time, and you have 100% satisfaction guarantee. And this is some of our seals of approval, including kosher. No one else has all of this stuff. And again, you don't like the food for any reason, you get 100% of your money back. You can't beat this with a stick. There's no way you can get hurt. You'll see that. That's one of the reasons I joined this. I said to myself, is there any way I can hurt anybody who follow my suggestions? And the answer was no. I couldn't conceive of a way. And in 2 years, I still haven't figured out a way. Some people come in and they only buy the food and they don't join the business opportunity. That's perfectly okay. Some of you are asking that question. Of course you can. You can go to this website, buy. The other day I had someone who came to my website and bought $5,000 worth of food. I made about $1,000 from that one order, because it's that generous a payout. And they got enough food to store for their family in one easy order. They're going to get huge boxes of this, and they do it that's the quick and easy way. I'm going to show you a long-term way that will make you money by just getting a little bit every month. Okay, so you don't have to spend $5,000. You can spend $100 to get started, $200 or $500. All we ask is you buy a little food, and that's how you join us. And then take a little bit of food every month to prepare your family for the inevitable. 6 ways you get paid. I'm not going to belabor them all. I don't have time. You're going to see that on the website on the compensation plan. But one of the best ones I always like to point out to people is right here. On top of everything else, instant pay and all of that kind of thing, they also have global leadership pools, which means you get a share in this business as you reach certain volume levels in your team. And as the volume increases, they just give you more shares. And they take a portion of the company's overall volume, puts it in these pools for all of us, and then we get paid a share every month based on their profitability and the volume of the whole company. So everyone's pulling together at the same time that we're also pulling for our own families. We're putting you in the grocery business, in the farming business. You get food stored that's right off the farm fresh, only the water is removed, and then you have a little store to sell that to everybody else on the planet who is concerned about feeding their family in times of emergencies, which are coming any day. Now, you also have here a company whose heart is in the right place. This is a picture of the Go Foods Foundation. We give back 1 meal in 10 to your local community, your local food banks, nonprofits, churches, that kind of thing. We just give back 1 meal in 10 that we sell is donated to your local community, because that's our mission. We believe in it strongly, is to feed people, and the most important people are these little creatures right here. That's the future of America, and we can't starve them. So we're working to stop this, and from so many different ways. And there's other things that we do that's just amazing. I can't rave about this company enough. So the compensation plan, though, gives you immediate weekly income. There's long-term residual income. There's serious income potential for life. This is a picture of the Unilevel. I just went over it too fast. It's up there on the website. You'll see it in great detail. Basically what it is saying is that every time you sign someone up, you start one of these legs, and they go down 9 levels. And this total of all the payout through those levels is about 45% of the profit shared with you. And on the 3rd level, it's 10%. So you start making money very quickly. And that encourages other people that you've enrolled to start making money on their 3rd level down here. And then these people want to do the same thing. So it very rapidly grows to the 9 levels. And you can have as many of them as you want. I've signed up hundreds of people. So you can imagine what my downline is looking like. There's hundreds of thousands of people down at this 9th level. Because all you need is a few, and then they get a few, and then they get a few, and then they get a few. And do the math. It can be huge. And so the potential for this is unlimited. Or you can just make a little bit of money if you don't want to take it that seriously. Many of you do, and we teach you how to do that. So the income potential here to pay off your home mortgage, buy another one, buy a second home in Hawaii. It's all here, and it's here for life. It's almost guaranteed because people have to buy food every month. That's the other main reason I figured out when I joined this company. I said, well, the people I get always have to buy food, and the answer, of course, is a big fat yes. So we're going to show you how you can get 1,000 a month, or finding larger groups and to enroll with you, and that could be 10,000 a month and growing all the time, because they're all also finding people that pay them $1,000 a month, and all of this flows on up to you. And everybody is protecting their families against the inevitable. So can you go wrong? No, you can't. Can you hurt anybody in any way? No, you cannot. I've always challenged someone to figure out any way that we can hurt someone. So far, no takers. It's impossible, because you can always eat the food. Try that with any other product out there in the network marketing community. And I see a lot of questions, is this MLM? Yes, it is. It's network marketing. I just showed you the network and the downline growth. And it is, but it's the best kind of network marketing you'll ever find on the planet, because the worst thing that can happen to you is you're going to have a lot of great food stored up, and you can always eat that. Your family can eat it. You can't do that with any of the other products that are out there. Trust me, I've tried. You just can't. You can't eat them. And right now we've got to concentrate on eating. Now this is how they pay you. This is a Go Foods Global MasterCard that you get when you join us. And it's absolutely wonderful. There's no monthly fees to have it. They don't pull little tricks like that on you. They just pay you the commissions from people buying food, and it goes into this card that you carry. It's also an online account, so whenever you want to transfer money to your bank account, you just go on, hit the amount you want to transfer out of there, and it goes to your bank account instantly, and that's it. It never fails. These guys have never been late. It's every Friday. Most of the time we actually see the money on Thursday. I've never caught them in a mistake. I mean, it's just wonderful. So that's the most convenient way. No waiting for checks and that kind of thing. Now, when you join us, we are also going to show you how to use the social media. We have a lot of different ways that you can grow your business. But the best way right now that we're going to show you, if you join our team, is how to use Google+. Right now, Google+ is taking millions and millions of members away from Facebook, Pinterest, Twitter, LinkedIn, and they're coming here. Why? Because they have things called circles, communities, and hangouts, and a lot of other little gimmicks that you can use absolutely free to build your list and build your community of like-minded people. We're going to show you how to do that. It gives you the best Google juice, or how to get found on the internet, that there is, and it's really simple. So we teach you how to do that. Right now, that's the best way. Later on, it might be this one or this one or this one. I doubt it'll be this one, but it probably always will. Well, for a long time, it's going to be Google+, because they're just starting this new competition against Facebook. Just began it a few months ago, and we're using it very successfully. We're going to teach you how to do the same. So when you hit that little Eat, Care, Share button, takes you to the sign up button. Here it is, folks. This is why I told you to stay for 30 minutes. If you sign up today, and just go to the upper right of that website from that Eat, Care, Share link I have over there on the right. Eat to Earn, I'm sorry. We have so many programs, I get them mixed up. The Eat to Earn program button takes you to the website of the presenter. Hit the sign up button in the upper right hand corner. That'll take you to the sign up button. There's two ways to do it. You want this blue one. This is for armed forces and police, and anyone over 65 comes in for free, but you're going to get that plus a lot more. So hit the blue button, and that'll take you to this screen. Now, this is the secret. You want to type in on the promo code down here on your next. I can see a lot of you are there now, and you're typing in this promo code. That's great. Type in Success 500 if you're going to come in at the $500 level. Success 200 if you're going to come in at the $200 level. All you do is check this button or this one or this one. I guarantee most of you will come in at the $500 level, because you're going to see what you're getting. It's you'll never get a value like this anywhere again. So type in Success 500 in here. Click the $500 starter pack. If you can't afford that, honestly, come in at the 100 or the 200. We just want to get you in today, get you started. You can always upgrade to this. One of the reasons you want to get it right away is the people that you sign up give you more of a fast start commission. and it's a big difference. So you will get your money back faster by joining in at the 500 level, and we're going to teach you how to do that. So don't worry about that right now. Type in Success 500, hit the continue button. So you're taking the initial order of $500, type in your name and address and that kind of thing, your email address, phone number, so that you're setting up your website. Hit continue, and then you come to this membership site where you're going to now, the most important thing is username and password, and then the website URL. What do you want to call it when you come in? And so you can give it to other people to find you, just like you're finding us. You get the same tools that we're showing you here, plus a lot more that we just don't have time for. We do have videos for you though, and how to use all these things. So that will become your website URL. Make sure they're green, because that means they're available. Type in your name, hit continue, and you come to this screen. Now, this is the home delivery program. You want to say yes, I'd like to have the home delivery program, and then yes or no on if you want to save on shipping. You can get a deal for $99 a year if you say yes here. I don't want to go into that too much, but you're saving about half of your shipping over the course of a year, which some of you might want to check yes. But every month you're going to get either $100 worth of food or $200 worth of food. Choose either one. And that's what makes you commissionable as a business partner. And it also means that you're going to get these following freebies if you check that box. Okay, now you can always cancel it later. So get that. You have a month to cancel it, because by then you're going to have your initial shipment of food, and you'll know that this is the greatest thing on earth, and you won't cancel your auto ship. But if you do, you still get the freebies and you get to keep them. Now, they are the 500 level, free enrollment, free shipping, the $500 worth of food. It's about a 2-month supply for the average family. It's about 5 or 6 packs of everything. By the way, the $100 entry is about 1 pack of everything. It is 1 pack of everything. The $200 level is almost 2 packs of everything, not quite. So you do get more value for the bigger packs, and the biggest value is for the 500 pack, because you have about $634 worth of food just for coming in at the $500 level. So right there, we're giving you the best quantity break, and that's another reason to get in at this level. You'll see when you get it, it's a huge box of food. It'll last you for a long time. Now, you also get the 1 month supply of food. That's a $200 value, and you're getting all of that for free. It's about $760 in freebies and free enrollment, free shipping, if you come in today using that promo code I just showed you, Success500. Then fill in your name and address, of course, and so you're setting up, to be paid and all of that stuff, and the shipping address of the food. Then hit continue, and you'll come to the order summary. Now, if you don't see 500, 100, or 200 in the subtotal, you've done something wrong. Go back and check those buttons I just showed you. You must have the home delivery to get this to come out to the benefit, the daily, the benefits that we're giving you here on these packs. So when you see it at 500 or 100 or 200, you've done it right. Now it will summarize everything I just told you, including the 1 month supply. You also get a business guide, which is about a $30 value, and a free Go Party Pack, which is another way of enrolling people that you're in your home by throwing parties. And we have the way to set it all up in your home. It's very easy. They've perfected this over the years, and working with people who love to do it this way. You get one of those free too. And it will show you what you signed up for in the monthly delivery. They will not charge this on this day. This will be charged on 30 days later. So you're starting to take the home delivery once a month. And the whole point, folks, of joining us is to prepare your family against disaster. So that's it. I've gone 33 minutes, just 3 minutes over. So I've kept my promise for the most part. Now I'm only going to stay for questions, because I see most of you are going over to the website, signing up. Thank you very much. We really appreciate that. You've been paying attention, and I love that. I appreciate that so much. I will stay to answer questions now. You can leave, finish your enrollment, and I think I explained it all to you pretty well. And if not, you will see it on the website. So if you want to take your time and peruse the website and get all of your questions answered about the company where we're headquartered, the people up there. Brad Stewart, one of the finest men you ever want to know in your life. Just such quality people up there. Technical customer support every day of the week, not weekends, but during the week. You can call the 800 number, and they answer your questions. They solve any problems that you might have. They've always done so for me right away, although there's never really been any major problems. So a lot of questions along the way have been about the quality of the food, and I think and let me just say this. This is obviously the payment information, your name on the credit card, the expiration date. I know you all know how to do that, and that finishes up your order and gets that initial pack coming. I do see a few questions about what do the other packs include, and I went over it very quickly. I know that you get for the $100 starter pack, you get $100 worth of food, obviously. It's basically one pack of everything. And now a pack can feed, I see a lot of questions about that. What are these packs? A pack has 2 and most of the time 4 servings in there. So $100 worth of food goes a long way to feeding your family. And a $200 pack, of course, goes twice as far. There's twice as much food. And you always want to buy packs with us, by the way. You don't want to buy, you can buy individual meals, individual packs. You can do that. But it's very expensive that way because they have to go around and someone has to go to the warehouse, find the pack for you, put it in a box, put in the shipping, type up a label. You know, it's all computerized, but it still takes time and energy. Then they've got to pay the postage and get it to you, and they do that. There are people that buy onesies, twosies like that for whatever reason. I have no idea. But they will do that, but it's very expensive. I'll be honest with you. And any food, especially when it's shipped to you, of course, is going to be more expensive depending on the quantity. So that's the real reason why you want to get the 500 starter pack. You get 634 wholesale value of food for $500. If you come in at any time, it's the best value, okay? But coming in today also gives you a free membership. That's a $30 a year value. You get 1 month supply. It's a $200 value. A free 1 month supply, $200 value. The free Go System business guide, that shows you, teaches you a lot that you need to be in business. And the Go Party Pack, that's a $25 value right there, and it's got a lot of marketing materials so that when you have a home party, you can just set this up. It's got posters and things that people can read at their leisure and find out about the company. And you know, while you're getting them to taste the food, that's the best time to get them involved and learn how to save their family from the inevitable. And so that's why I tend to try and get everybody to come in at the $500 starter level. It makes so much more sense. That's how I came in. Most of the people I enroll come in that way. But again, if you can't afford it, take the $100 or the $200 pack. At least you have a start in the business. You've got your toe in the water. And you can always upgrade to the 500 pack later on and get all of those benefits. Now, a lot of people are asking me, what did I mean by saying that when you come in at the $500 level, you get a bigger commission? That's a fact. When you come in at the $500 level, you become what's known as the full IBO. So you get all of the highest levels of commission right from the get-go. And you don't have to buy your way in by buying more food. But if you come in at $100, and you've scraped together the other 400 within the 30 days, then you are at the $500 level. And what that means is every time someone enrolls under you, you're paid $150. That's the one of those bonuses I showed you earlier. So all you need as a 500 club member is 2 or 3 people. Actually 3. 150 times 3 is $450 that you can get back in commission in 1 week. So certainly you can do that in 1 month. So before you even have to pay your credit card back, you could have the money in that little debit card that I showed you before your credit card bill is even due. Now that means that food, the big $500 worth of food, a couple of months supply, is free. And this is what happened to me when I started this company. I got hundreds of people to enroll in the first month. because I'm good at it. And I really believe in what I'm doing, as you can tell. I'm very sincere and I know what I'm talking about. And I was able to get dozens of people to enroll with me in the first month. So my initial order was basically free the first month from the commissions. And it's never been a cost to me at all since then, not a dime. And I've made a lot of money besides that. And most of the people on my team are doing the same way. They're doing just as well because we're training them how to do this. So a lot of questions about the training, and I went over it quickly a few minutes ago. Yes, we do train you. We don't leave you to flounder like a lot of companies do. First of all, we give you a lot of help right from the website. You'll see it in your back office. I see a lot of you are already going there and reading this stuff. A lot of resources for you as a member that comes directly from the company. However, in any network marketing business, they put most of that onus on the individual business owners because they have enough on their plate to keep the business running efficiently and you know, without flaws and without bubbles that burst and things like that. All kinds of things can go wrong in this world because we're just human. So they have enough to do keeping everything running smoothly and maintaining paying on the promises that they're giving you, which they do. That's why I love these people. That's why I continue with them and always will. I could go on and on and on about that. You'll see when you join and go to some of our conventions and meet them locally and shake their hand and see them on the videos and things like that. When you Google them, you'll see a lot of interviews that they've done. And again, the founder, Steve Shank, I see that question every once in a while. How do I spell his name? Steve, S-T-E-V-E, Shank, S-H-E-N-K. Now, I belabor this one because many times I've joined companies without really doing my due diligence, and I'm almost always disappointed after a while, and it takes all the steam away when you realize you're working for a bunch of crooks. These are the people that give this industry a bad name. And that's why a lot of people are asking these kinds of questions. I understand that, and I asked that question very, very hard in the beginning, and I Googled this guy, Steve Shank. I had never heard of him before, and I knew I was going to be joining a company that he started and was basically his baby and his partner. And when you Google these people, what you find is nothing but goodness and sincerity and good things that they've done. You don't find anything evil or even questionable. And that's how I knew that I was not going to be wasting my time. I was getting involved with a company that at least had the foundation of sincerity and really wanting to complete that mission that they were promoting. And it works. I see it work in thousands of families. It worked for my family. We were in a little bit of trouble, like a lot of us, when the economy collapsed, and I was looking for something to augment my income, like most of you. And I had always thought, if someone comes up with a network marketing company based on food, I have to join that. I even thought maybe I could do it myself. But I started researching it, and I thought, there's one problem with that, and that is the food can spoil when it gets to the customer's door. And if I poison one person because I've sent them spoiled food, these UPS trucks, FedEx trucks, they get extreme. They get up 120 degrees in the summer. And I was thinking about packaging with dry ice, stuff like refrigeration containers, all kinds of things that would have made the food 10 times more expensive than what Steve Shank had already figured out. And that was, you don't need to do that. It won't spoil if all you do is take out the water. And sure enough, it doesn't spoil for 25 years. It's amazing. And actually it can go a long way past that, but we can only advertise 25 years. But it's almost the perfect food. So when I saw that, the light bulb went on. I went, oh my God, this is exactly how I would do it if I was going to start a company. And look at the mission of these people. It's just so wonderful and heartwarming and inspiring. These guys inspire you every day. That's the point I want to make and leave you with, because I've now gone way over the 30 minutes. I only have a few of you left that are listening to me now. Almost all of you have joined. Thank you very much. Very, very proud of you. And you've made the right decision. Trust me, if you still hear me. And a lot of you will come back. The ones who aren't signing up, I know, are going to sign up later on. You want to think about it some, that's okay. You want to explore the website some, absolutely welcome to do that. You won't find a thing that I haven't said here that contradicts anything that I've said here. And so welcome aboard for all of you that have joined us. Continue watching the website and reading the information and finding out about this amazing company, this wonderful, wonderful group of people. You've joined the best team, because we're going to teach you how. Again, I've kept trying to answer that question several times. So one more time, I'll tell you that when you join our team, we don't drop you in the middle of anything. You have emails from us. You have videos from us. We teach you step-by-step methods to find 2 or 3 people a week that will join you. All you need is 2 or 3 people a year, and you'll be making money at this. Most of the people on my team can find 2 or 3 people a day, so it's not hard. It takes some learning. There is a learning curve like with anything else, but using Google Plus is the simplest learning curve we've ever found. And so if you have a Google Plus account, you already have a head start. If you don't, as soon as you finish signing up here, get a Google Plus account by getting an email address at gmail.com, gmail.com. It's all free. Starts with the email address, and then everything builds upon that. YouTube videos, Google Plus communities, Google Plus circles. That's really the secret, what we've devised with circles and how to get into extended circles all over the planet. You know, it occurs to me, some of you are still listening to me, so I'll say one more thing that's kind of very unimportant now. But it bears saying, if you have any kind of business at all, you want to join us, because the training we're going to give you just for joining us is invaluable. And I'm speaking again about the Google Plus training that me and some of my team have devised. And it's absolutely astounding how many people you can reach in such a short time. We have some of our videos going to page 1 of YouTube in 2 or 3 days. And we've had 4 or 5 videos going to page 1 of YouTube in 2 or 3 days, so that we almost dominate. We do dominate the first pages of Google and YouTube from what we've learned about SEO. And the best SEO, if you have an online business, you know what that means. The best SEO right now is found in Google Plus, and we teach you the tricks of the trade and how to avoid the time-boggling boondoggles that you could also get into. So if you join us, you're going to be successful in something. And you know, we hope it's with us, with our food business. And once again, I do have someone hanging on, trying to find out about how they order the food without joining the business. You can do that. And it's there. All you have to do is hit the products instead of the sign up, and it'll take you to some of our products, and you can buy any pack you want without joining us. And we invite you to do that. And because you'll see that this is the best way of preparing your family that you'll ever find. And these tough times are getting tougher. Trust me. The government's lying. We all know that. They say the economy's getting better. It's not. They can pretend it's getting better because the unemployment measure is going down a little bit. But this is what they won't tell you. That's only because 500,000 people at a time leave the job force. I don't know what they're doing. Some of them are joining us. But there are no more jobs, really, except for a select few. And so it's getting worse as far as the old economy is concerned. But there's a new economy that's rising. And that's from people like you and me. who are severely independent Americans, and we have to create something for our families to survive with. And trust me, the best way to do that is to join us. Get in the food business, become your own farm and your own food store, and you can't go wrong. You will never find a business opportunity of this quality, in this safety, and almost guaranteed success, especially if you join us, for $100 or $200 or $500. You won't. I guarantee that. If you do, let me know. I'll join that. But you won't. Believe me, I've looked. And is there any cost to joining? A lot of people are phrasing the questions that way. And again, if you've left, all the questions that I'm getting we will answer by email that I haven't answered. So you can continue doing that for another minute or two, and then I really have to go, and I've got to let all the rest of you go, because I want all the rest of you to finish doing your due diligence, check out the website, and then sign up later if you like. But sign up today, because that's how you get all these freebies. It's the only way. Especially this $500 level, you get the $200 free 1 month supply. And I see the vast majority of you have come in that way, because it does make a lot of sense. And so for answering that question, does it cost anything to join for Go Foods Global? And no, it doesn't. It doesn't, because you would have had to buy food anyway. The money you're investing here, you would have spent for food. I guarantee that. I'm not making that up. It's not a wild guess. I know that, right? You have to. If you have a family especially, you've got to feed your family. That doesn't stop. I know, because I have a family. I mean, it's silly to belabor that too much. So, but the point I'm making is it doesn't cost you anything, not a penny, to join Go Foods Global. So, and the investment you make will come back in tenfold, 100-fold, 1,000-fold, just depending on you and the amount of time that you want to put into it, and how much you're willing to learn. Thank you so much for joining us. All the other questions will be answered by email. Thank you very much for asking. They will be answered, and a lot of them are also found at the website. Just click that Eat to Earn button, and it takes you there in case you missed that. And then you have all of these freebies at your disposal. Thank you so much. Go Foods Global. Go for the gold. But unlike gold, you can eat our investment. Guaranteed.